to another video. It's been a while. I trust that you are enjoying God's grace in your relationship and in your marriage. If you are just joining, hi, I'm Elijah or Tanimola, and I welcome you warmly. I'm here to actually help your relationship and your marriage and other aspects of your life as God has ordained me to do. Today I want to talk on a subject that I believe that every woman, every wife will actually want me to talk about. I want to talk on the subject, speak up for your wife. The first thing I want us to realize the fact that when God, one of the basic needs of a woman is a need for protection, is a need for safety and security. And this is not far-fetched, because the Bible made us understand that when God was to create the woman, was to make the woman, the Bible says that God took out of the rib of the man and he used that to form the woman. This means that the basic substance from which God formed the woman was originally from a place of protection, from a place of safety and security. That means it's not far-fetched that every woman actually craves for security, has a need for safety and protection. And that is one of the things we must realize as husbands, as a man. You must understand that your woman needs a sense of protection, a sense of security, a sense of safety. And that's why I want to talk about this subject. Speak up for your wife. I'll talk on 6 basic areas that I've found out that men have not been speaking up correctly for their wives. The first aspect is I want you to speak up for your wife against family traditions that reduce her self-worth. Any family tradition that is targeted at reducing her self-worth, you need to speak up against it. Your wife is not the slave of everybody in the house. She's not the servant of anyone in your family. She is your wife. You must protect her self-worth. There are traditions where the moment a woman is married into a family, she's literally expected to worship everybody in that family, including the minors. I come from a similar culture. We are taught to respect elders, but when it comes to the women, to the women that are married into the families, they are expected to respect even the minors. The minors are expected, the younger ones are expected to stand like almost like the father-in-law. They expect that the wives, even though they are older than them, should worship them, should serve them. You must protect your wife against any family tradition that is targeted at reducing your wife's self-worth. She is not the slave or the servant of anyone in your family. Her self-worth must be protected. The second aspect I've seen is you need to speak up for your wife against any family tradition that is targeted at sapping her physical or mental strength. There are traditions, there are families that once a woman is married into the family, she's expected to take up every house chores. So when you go to your family house to greet them, the wives are expected to automatically take over every aspect of house chores. Sweeping the floor, mopping the floor, taking care of the meals, washing the dishes and all. My dear, by the time you leave that family house, your wife is our physical and mental strength is totally sapped, and you sit down there watching them use your wife as a slave. That is irresponsible leadership. There are some traditions that when there is a family event, automatically the wives of that family, the wives of that family becomes the automatic cooks. They are the ones that will cook and prepare all the meal that they use for that event. Even when the husbands can afford to pay professional cooks to come and do the cooking. And you sit down there and you are laughing. You are enjoying. You are watching you are watching television. You are laughing with your friends and things like that. And your wife is there They are sapping her strength and you are watching. That is irresponsible leadership. You need to speak up for her. You need to speak up against those things. I'm not saying that she should not, when you go there, she should not help around. But I'm saying that they should not put all those responsibilities on her, and you are watching. If she wants to help, it should be from a willingness, a voluntary thing. It's not that they should make it like a compulsion, like a tradition that this is what they must do. They must take care of all house chores. You need to speak up for your wife. Another aspect I believe that you need to speak up for your wife is that you need to speak up for your wife against any form of maltreatment from family or society. They are dragging your wife, she's crying, and yet you are looking and behaving like the loyal son of the house. My dear, that is not leadership. That is irresponsible leadership. You must be able to defend your wife against any form of maltreatment. Any form of maltreatment. I'm not saying that you should defend her wrongfully, but I'm saying that you should defend her as your own. Why would they be maltreating your wife? Why would they be dragging your wife and you're looking? Listen, if you fail to do so, you are passing a wrong message to your daughters. You are passing a wrong message to your sons. You need to speak up for your wife against any form of maltreatment, even from the society. Society is saying all women are this, all women are this, all women are that, negatively, and yet you cannot speak up. You must be able to speak up and say, my wife is different. My wife is special. My wife is unique. My wife is not what you are talking about. You must be able to speak up. When you speak up for one woman, you are speaking up for every woman in your circle. You must be able to speak up against any form of maltreatment from family or society. You must be able to speak up against rape. You must be able to speak up against abuse. It is your responsibility to do so. The fourth aspect I believe that you need to speak up is that you need to speak up for your wife even behind her. Your wife is not there and they are saying derogatory words against your wife, and you are there and you are laughing with them, and you are laughing with their derogatory jokes. That is irresponsibility. You must be able to speak up for your wife even behind her. Don't you understand this? If they are saying those things against your wife, it means that they are indirectly talking about you because you are the head. It means that you are the head of anything they are saying concerning your wife. So if they say your wife is a fool, if they say your wife is irresponsible, that means you are the head of the irresponsible woman. You are the head of the foolish woman. You must be able to speak up for your wife. You must be able to do so even behind her. Stand up for her. Say good things about her. Let her be the envy of many. You know what? The way you carry your wife, that's the way people will carry her. And when you carry her correctly, it shows that you are a good head. You are a good husband. That's the interpretation. The fifth aspect I believe you need to speak up for your wife is that you need to speak up for your wife in areas of her capacity and abilities. Speak up for her capacities and abilities. Recommend your wife for what she knows how to do best. Whenever they are talking about aspects and services that your wife is good at, be bold to recommend your wife. Be bold to market your wife. Be a marketing manager. Be a public relations officer. Speak up for your wife. Your wife is into catering like my own wife. Speak up for her. Recommend her. Tell people about what she knows how to do best. Tell people about what she knows how to do best. recommend your wife. When you carry your wife, when you lift your wife, you are not just lifting your wife, you are lifting yourself, because the Bible made us understand that the husband is the head and the wife is our body. That means that if you are raising a body, you cannot just raise the body alone. As you are raising the body, the head is on top. So the higher you raise your wife, the higher your head shoots up. So the glory of your wife, the glory that comes to your wife, the celebration that comes to your wife is actually yours. That's the truth. So speak up for your wife concerning what she knows how to do best, her capacities, her abilities. Celebrate her publicly. Talk about what she knows how to do best. I talk about my wife, what she knows how to do best, to anyone that cares to listen. If I'm in a group or in a committee that has to do with that, we are going to that hospitality is part of what we are focusing at handling. I talk about my wife and I tell them she's the best at what she does, and that's the truth. I'm not just making mouth. She's actually the best at what she does. That's why you can see me. You know what? She's just good at what she does. When it comes to children, she's good at that. When it comes to teenagers, she's good at that. I talk about those things. You need to talk about what your wife's capacity and abilities. You need to speak up for her in that aspect. And finally, and the sixth aspect I believe that you need to speak up for your wife is that you need to speak up for your wife spiritually. Stand in gap for her. Speak up for your wife. Speak up concerning her health. Speak concerning her strength. Speak concerning her mental state. Stand up and resist the devil over her life. Speak up for her spiritually. Bring our petitions to God. You are the priest of the house. In the Old Testament, the priest, the high priest, brings the petitions of the people to God. So speak up for her spiritually. Talk to God about her petitions. Talk to God about her dreams. Talk to God about her visions. Talk to God about what she has, her aspirations. Talk to God about what she desires to achieve in life. And standing gap spiritually for her. Resist the devil over her health. Resist the devil over her sanity. Resist the devil over her emotions. Oh, she's moody. You find out that at the time she'll be she'll be cheerful, and at another time she'll be very moody. Speak up concerning her emotions. Speak up for her spiritually. It is your responsibility as the leader. And finally, we must understand that the Bible does understand that the husband is the head and the wife is her body. It means that figuratively, the mouth that speaks is located in the head. It's located in the part of the body that you occupy as a man. So that means you are there to be her mouthpiece. You are there to be the voice in her life, to be the voice over her life, to be the voice against any voices that is contrary to God's ideal for her life. You should be her advocate. You should be a woman advocate because you are her head. I trust that you have been able to get something on this video. Till I come your way next time, please stay blessed, stay safe, and keep enjoying the realities of heaven on earth marriage. I love you. Bye for now.